passions, beliefs, life stories, helpful resources for the senior living journey. Discover it all here as we get to know our residents, employees, and partners one-on-one. I'm your host, Thomas Cloutier. Welcome to the People of Arte Living Pod. We are excited to welcome our guest, Beatriz Ruvalcaba, Director of Sales and Outreach from Avamere at Park Place. Beatriz is here to share about her heritage, family, and herself in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm super happy and excited to be here.
Wonderful. Let's start by getting to know you a little bit more. I know you, but who is Beatriz Ruvalcaba?
Thank you. Yeah, Beatriz Ruvalcaba. So a little bit about me. So my name actually means Beatriz means she who brings joy. And I think I very much fit that description. I feel like I bring joy into people's lives. And I'm, of course, Mexican American. Parents are from Mexico. My dad was born in Jalisco and my mom was born in Zacatecas. My mom actually named me after a famous artist whose name is Beatriz, and I spell my name with a I-Z at the end. She was married with a famous artist named Marco Antonio Solis, so he's very popular in Mexico. And I was born in Cali, raised in Oregon. I'm a single mom. I have an 8-year-old boy, and I'm one of 6 actually. I'm the third one, so I'm kind of like in the middle. And let's see. I had my son actually a very young age. I had him when I was 19 years old. He's my pride and joy. He just turned 8. So, and my family helped me at the very beginning. So my family is very important to me. They kind of helped me raise him at the very beginning, and usually spend a lot of my free time with him as well. I enjoy spending time with my family, with my son. Doing things for myself as well. And yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
About you. It's, I believe,
of course,
it's jiu-jitsu and soccer too, right?
That's right. Yeah. My son is in jiu-jitsu. He has been doing jiu-jitsu for 2 years, actually.
Don't mess with us. Don't mess with
yeah, no, it's a good combination. It's a good sport I think to have your kids in, just because it's good combat skills to learn. And now he's doing soccer and he's really enjoying that as well. And he wants to venture off now for football. So I'm all about it. I'm his cheerleader. I'm like, let's go out and do it. So why not? He tells me that he wants to be a quarterback. He wants to make $50 million a year and be a quarterback and make it up there.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
He'll take care of me. So I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Couple years you won't work here at all. You won't have to. You'll be out.
I know. I'll retire much younger. Yeah, that'd be great.
I love that. Well, this is a question we talked about, but I mean, this has turned into a little bit of a family business over here at Avamere.
I know.
So
I know we're taking over.
Your other family members that work for us.
Oh yeah, it's been great. It's definitely learned that family is not always blood. It's it's people that you connect with on a spiritual level, on a personal level as well. I've learned even like with the people that I moved in, and I've admitted just working with the leads. It's been a rewarding feeling, and I really like that. And I mean, just the other day, I had a family come in, and they were I lost them to an independent living, but they came to me for advice because they were like, oh, he's needing a little bit more assistance, and we want him to come back here just because you were so great. And just that feeling of like families feeling comfortable to come back to me and being their source, their resource and whatnot, just feels really good, feels rewarding, feels like you accomplished, that you were able to kind of like put a special place in their life to help them navigate kind of through this difficult situation, just because they don't always know what to do next or how to handle certain situations. And not that I'm any better, but I can always do the best that I can.
Sure. Well, you help a lot of people, and we sure appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't get a chance to ask you, outside of being mom and working for us and doing a great job,
What are some of
Yes.
those hobbies you like to do?
Okay, yes. So really I am Monday through Friday, I'm very like on a routine type basis. You know, I wake up, take my son to school, get to work, usually get off work. I take him to his sport, make some dinner, and then I go dedicate a little bit of my time to myself where I work out. And then it's
Yeah.
by that time is bedtime. So I try to not get out of that during the weekday just because not because I'm a mom, of course, you know, I have to keep my son in a structure.
Sure.
And given that I'm a single mom, I know that that's what is gonna help him a lot in his future. So I try to just kind of stick to that, my structure routine Monday through Friday. But when the weekends come along, it's a different story. I definitely like to sleep in on the weekends if I can, spend time with my son, go to the park with him, kick the ball. We watch movies, go hiking, go to Big Al sometimes. I love
Big Al's.
arcade.
Love Big
Yes.
Al's.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun. We have the cards and they've
Yeah,
like racked up so many points
I
and
bet.
yeah, and the rewards that you get there are pretty neat. And we're like, oh yeah, one day we're gonna get an Xbox, maybe or a controller, you know. So just keep the cards every time and restock them, and then hang out with my family. They always have barbecues also. You know, I love a home cooked meal with, and especially if it's from my mom and my dad, like of course I'm there. Love spending time with my friends too, going out, trying new foods too. I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie at heart.
Nice.
Yeah, so uh, on the weekends is a little bit when I
Weekends
get
are
a little bit
busy
more,
for you then, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
you're
can be. Yeah.
not a lot of downtime, except for a little bit of sleeping in, but other than that, not a lot of downtime.
Yeah. Yeah, it just really depends how I'm feeling. You know, it really just depends how what's in my mood and whatnot. So, but yeah, I gotta keep it going and I still want to have fun. I'm young still, so yeah,
Gotta go have
gotta
a
enjoy
good time.
myself. Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
let's go back in time a little bit. So, what are some of
Yeah.
your childhood memories?
Oh, I love this question because the first thing that comes to mind was just when I was a little girl and actually it was just me and my two older sisters and my brother just because we're kind of all in the same age group. And so we would, of course, at the time when I was like maybe around 5 to 8 years old, um, the best times was when we were away from my parents and we got to be with my grandparents, travel with my grandparents, get to go to Mexico, spend a lot of time with my cousins, my immediate family over there in Mexico, and learn so much about our culture because you know, it's different how my cousins were raised and how it's just Mexico, like how the city looks like, the ranch too, the environment and everything. So just really hanging out with family. Um, my grandparents, they had a farm, so we used to always go to their ranch and just all the cousins, we used to play tag and race and jump on the trampoline and just do, you know, kid
Sounds like a
stuff.
heck of a time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was, and also, um, you know, travel aside from traveling and being with my grandparents, I hold that a lot to my heart just because my grandparents on my mom's side, they have a special place in my heart just because like you know, your grandparents, they never judge you. They never like want to
Nope.
condone you, criticize you for anything. So it's always so easy to just kind of like talk to them, tell them how you're feeling. Like you wouldn't get in trouble, you can get away with things, you know what I mean? And so, um, yeah, so my grandma Sita is somebody that I have very much always hold near and dear, and she always like really took care of us. She always made sure we ate good. She made us her delicious bread too. And I always remember she's like first thing in the morning, her coffee and her cigarette. That was like her
Go too.
that was her yeah, that was her breakfast. So
Yeah.
and then
Breakfast of champions.
exactly. And also you know, just aside from that, I would also say my mom taking us to our sports. When I was a little girl, I did get to do gymnastics and I did ballet also. I really enjoyed them both. I learned that they both really go hand in hand, gymnastics and ballet, because just of the flexibility you have to do. And I was kind of a little girly girl. I was into the ballet stuff and I just thought it was cute. And it was like a hip hop ballet as well. So it had a little, there was a little, there was more excitement into it. It wasn't the classic stuff, you know what I mean? So having the privilege, them, like my mom had 4 kids, so like she was always on the go. She reminds me a little bit of me because she had to be on a structured basis and taking up her time to take my sister to her sport, taking me to my sport, my other sister to her choir, and then my brother to his other sports. So
Incredible.
yeah, just those little things that we got to do when I was a little girl, I really enjoyed. So I like that. Those are things that yeah,
I'll
a
have to
little
send
trip down
you.
memory lane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both my daughters are doing gymnastics and dance right now, so I have to
good
send you.
for you. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
they learn all
Good
their
for
moves from me, so the
That's
teachers have a lot
dangerous.
to work with. So, what are you most proud about in your life?
Um, Most proud of is my son. He means a lot. He's my pride and joy, like I mentioned before. He taught me to grow up. He taught me that I had to be responsible. He turned me into the woman that I am now. He shaped me, and he's my biggest motivation. Um, and if it wasn't for him, I mean, I don't know what I would be doing, but I feel like that's really helped me just get, just become responsible, make responsible decisions, and I actually enjoy it, and I like who I've become as a person and who I will be continue to become, and um, of course, along the way, I've had my failures, but I very much think those failures also, they're blessings in disguise. You know what I mean? They're like they redirect you to a different pathway, or they you later on, maybe a year from now, you kind of notice like, or you realize like, oh wow, like I'm actually glad that I didn't go that route because I'm happy where I'm at right now.
Sure.
Um, I I had to, I would say, right after he was 6 months, I started working, and then um, I was like a supervisor at that job, and then they laid everybody off. It was like a layoff thing that they were doing, and then I got another job and was at that job for a very long time. And of course, I always want to level up. And I'm like, I want to level up, and I want to do like I don't like to settle. I always want more for myself, and I want more for my son too. So, just taking little projects at that one job, doing internships, learning as much as I can. Especially, granted, I didn't go to college, so like I can, using the resources from the jobs and the learning from people, learning from my bosses has really also helped me along the way. And if it wasn't for them and their support and their guidance, I wouldn't be where I'm at also now because they have more experience. They know what they're doing, just people that I look up to, and they've empowered me as well. And just, we naturally want to hang around people that kind of are aligned with our goals. And if I have somebody that aligns with my goals, of course, I want to spend quality time with them, learn from them, um, and just like sponge it all together so that I can just continue to level myself up and then um, move with my goals and get to where I want to be in life. But yeah, for the most part, I do everything for my son. So he's my inspiration.
Sounds
He's
like an
my,
incredible kid. So, what
yeah.
what do you see as your, my goals change all the time. I set
Hmm.
one and hit it or don't. They're always moving targets for me. But what are some goals that
Yeah.
you have for yourself?
Yeah. Definitely, I have, personal goals and then I have career goals. So my personal goals have always kind of been the same as far as like I try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. That's always been something that's been very important to me, and try to really be mindful as to what I eat, what I consume, and just learn also like what's good for us, what's not, and then also just continue to learn a lot about other things as well. I've noticed that like YouTube has really helped me with that. Listening to a lot of podcasts too, like hearing different points of views was really helpful too. Reading books also, but just continuing to gain more knowledge, wisdom, and spiritual and just healthy also. And then um, career rise is really just to move up in the world also. Like I want to um, hopefully maybe one day be in a higher sales position or maybe even in a higher marketing position. I think these are really fun, and also they align with the goals that I want to do one day, because I notice like on a business standpoint, that's kind of where a lot of like that's how you move up the business going, and I want to, of course, one day be financially free and have some sort of like get to know a little bit more in a business, investing, um, real estate also. So yeah, I think just you kind of have to like baby step it, you know what I mean? And um so as long as I can continue the path of like where I'm learning, like how I can get there, even if it takes baby steps and one thing at a time, I've learned that that's how I know that I can hopefully one day strive to be there. And if I'm completing, then that also feels like, okay, I'm going somewhere also. So yeah.
A lot of opportunities for you out there, and
Mhm.
keep doing what you're doing, which is helping
Agree.
people, raising a life.
Yeah, and opportunities come and go. And my thing is like, if an opportunity presents itself and it feels like it's the right thing, like opportunities can be taken with a blinking of an eye, and you should always take them. Um, and you gotta take your chances. And if you want to better yourself, and if you want more for yourself, and I mean that's what I want, then you have to kind of pull the trigger and go for it. And you have to give it your all. You have to give it your blood, sweat, everything, because you want to do like I'm definitely one of those people that want to keep pushing, and um, I strive to just be better, and yeah.
Well, you've done a great job. And so, really, senior living came to you as a bit of a
Mhm.
family business. I believe your dad
Yes,
working for us, and then your
yeah,
sister,
it was great.
Crystal, who's in
Exactly.
our sales position, was at
Uh-huh.
workplace now at Bethany. So, uh,
Exactly.
what from what they told you and your research, what led you to senior living?
Yeah, no, this so just a little story. At the time when at my previous job, I had I want to say I kind of hit a roadblock. Um I had like moved around in the company, but and I wanted to move up. I was just ready to do something different. I was ready to just not feel like I'm stuck, and just ready to just do something different, gain more experience, gain more skills, um, back to kind of to my goals, to learn a little bit about business standpoints, whether it's sales and marketing. My sister calls me up one day during my shift, and she's like, "Hey, how do you feel about going into sales, particularly senior living?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know a whole lot, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm not opposed, and I think I'm a fast learner, and I can adapt." And just from since the day she told me, I started looking up at Avamere website, looking at the website and scrolling down, looking at the videos and everything. And so that kind of like sparked my interest and intrigued me. And I was like, okay, that looks pretty cool. Like, and it matches and aligns with my goals, with what I want to do for later in my life. And so, and I got their advice. I wanted to hear their input, their experiences, both sorry, not my mom, but my sisters and my dad's, and they love it. They said it's rewarding. They've enjoyed meeting the people, the residents, and And they loved it. They had fun too. And Crystal would tell me the little adventures she would go on, and the time you guys went to Seattle also.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that sounds
Oh yeah.
really fun and
Yeah.
cool.
Good
So
time every
like
once in a while.
it sounds like a good time. Like sign
Yeah.
me up. And so it just having my family as a support where they were like, it's where they had a positive experience. I was like, I think I can have a positive experience myself. And if they can do it, I can do it. If it's aligned with my goals and I'm adaptable and I can learn, then like I just go for it. So I did, and I've been here since then.
I love that. This theme is prosperity, power, and progress. I like that. The three P's. Who do you admire? Who's used their personal power or progressed in their life?
Yeah. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I put some thought into this question because of course the first people that come to my mind are my parents. My dad, because he put a roof in our head. He made sure we had, food, we had electricity, we had water, we had everything we needed. And then my mom, she always made sure to have, all three meals for us, make sure we were doing some extracurricular activity. Um, and so in some ways she kind of reminds me of me in that sense. But then I got to thinking, like in some ways also just my sisters and my brother have also really much also inspired me and play very much that role also. My older sister Christina, who she's been with her husband for a long time, and I really admire their love that they have for one another, and they have their own business now. So I think that's
Oh, very,
great. Yeah, I'm sorry.
very cool. Yeah. What do they do?
Yeah. Um, they do he does how like painting. He paints homes. He refurnishes them and remodels them the inside and out too. Um, yeah, so he does that, and my sister kind of does the back end stuff, you
Okay.
know. And then my mom, she also had her own bakery for a very long time. She baked, tres leches cakes, flan, and bread, and mil hojas. And then Crystal, who is kind of like I always tell her, I was like, dude, our planets align so much sometime because like me and her we're the same, but we're also different. Same in the sense that we want more for ourselves. We do it at the end of the day for our boys, and like we just want to level up, and we want more for ourselves. And then my brother, who actually introduced me to a lot of the businesses, like reading books about investing in real estate, and like opening my eye to just that world of how to just one day be financially free, and the fact that he wants better for himself, and that's what he's doing right now. um, and then my two younger sisters are both going to school right now, and one's in high school and the other one is also, they're both in high school actually. So um, I would say my family is the one that really they all in some ways have really made an impact, or just shown me some sort of progress power type thing that I think is beautiful to have when you have a big family like that, like a lot of siblings. And so I guess I'm blessed, to say the
Yeah,
least,
you are blessed. I
because
know quite the family.
I've learned, yes, and I've
Yeah.
learned that you learn a lot to having a lot of
Yeah.
siblings, because it's a lot of different personalities, and
I want
then
an
like
invite to the next barbecue. This is a great group you got there.
yeah, we'll invite you.
Yeah, no kidding. I want to meet
Bring your
quite
kids and everything. Yeah.
very successful group, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wish them the best for
Uh-huh.
business and high school.
Mm-hmm.
What a time to dream and be alive. So yeah,
Yeah.
quite the mix there. So
Yes,
well, how are you
exactly.
guys all? I'm sorry. Let me ask this question again because I butchered it. So how are you celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month?
Um, you know, it's funny. This question is kind of funny to me because, and if I'm being honest, I actually didn't know Hispanic Heritage Month was even a thing until probably a couple of years ago. so I think it's really cool that, we're doing some sort of traction here and getting some momentum. I hope that one day we have, just as more people know a little bit more about it. But, the best way to celebrate it is to drink more margaritas. And if you want to buy me one, go for it.
Yeah, there we
I'm
go.
not opposed. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
But
good at that.
hey, I'll send you my Apple Pay.
All right.
No, but I think that for me, it's just knowing about our culture, and I think our culture does get some celebration out of it. So like from our traditions, and I do love a lot of things about our culture, like with traditions, the things that we get to do in Mexico, and the parties that we have around December, just because it's the holidays, and the food that we get to do, all of that. I think is I'm glad and proud to say that I'm Mexican and Hispanic, so I guess really just knowing, getting more momentum out of it, and drinking margaritas if you have to, and sharing it with somebody also. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Well, Beatrice,
Yeah.
I sure appreciate it. You're a wonderful addition to our team, and you're doing a great
Thank
job.
you. I appreciate
Really
that.
appreciate you sharing a little bit about yourself, and
Of course.
the company get to know you a little bit more. So
Yeah, they should be. Yeah. I look forward to it. Yeah, I'm super happy to be here and excited. I'm glad that it worked out.
Thank you for listening to the People of Arte Living Pod. Find us on your favorite podcast platform and follow Arte Living on social media to keep listening in.